that, let's head to the crypto space and find out where Laddie gets his alcohol from.
Right. So, wow. That's a big one.
You didn't see that
at this
coming,
point.
yeah?
I didn't see that coming.
I know.
It's all about the countdown to August 1st.
Laddie, did you just change the topic on me?
No, I didn't change the topic
Okay.
because, at this point, we're all trying to make a deal.
Oh, okay.
At this point. So I'm trying to also make a deal with you.
Oh, no, with the Kenyan authority.
And, it's all about ethical. We're trying to be ethical with investments, ethical with, lending and all of that. So some people will not get investment that play in some industries.
I know, right? I know this week you had that conversation on the ethical platform securities.
Exactly.
What's
faith-based lending and all of that.
Yeah. So they will not get involved
They're not getting involved. But there's been so much volatility in the market. It's all about that countdown. As I did say to the deals, that's tomorrow. Who's made a deal? At this point, we have a couple of countries that have gotten a deal, but we'll see if all of those deals will make sense at this point. But we're seeing green on the screen. Bitcoin there recovering. It have a sharp drop to about $116,000 yesterday. As usual, we got a hold. That's from the U.S. Fed, and definitely, I know Trump's not happy with that. Ethereum recovered also 1.45%. Let's look at the top headlines in the market now. We see 5 minor wallets holding about 50 BTC rewards. They moved their coins, consolidating them into 2 new addresses. And normally, we see some addresses that were maybe created in 2016, 2015. Some of them, they come active, sometimes, and some of those Bitcoins are moved. We've seen some, we've taken profit from, imagine maybe a Bitcoin that was bought at maybe 600,000 or mined at $600, per coin. Selling that right now, that's huge profit. Also, we see Robinhood, they processed $28.3 billion in crypto trading volume. That's in the second quarter of 2025. It's lower than the same period last year. The company attributed the quarter-on-quarter decline to broader market headwinds, including the ongoing U.S. trade war and lower retail risk appetite. Recently completed the acquisition of Bitstamp in June, though minimally contributing to the Q2 results, is expected to strengthen Robinhood's global crypto infrastructure moving forward. Then we also see JP Morgan Chase and Coinbase have announced a partnership that will enable direct linking of customer bank accounts and crypto wallets. The collaboration is set to begin rolling out in the fall of 2025, starting with Chase credit card integration, expanding in 2026 to include real-time API connectivity between Chase bank accounts and Coinbase wallets. One of the standout features of this integration is the ability to convert Chase Ultimate rewards points into cryptocurrency. So we're seeing a lot play out right there with TradFi and decentralized finance. All right, let's bring in my guest now. This is Ambassador Olakunle Famula, is the founder of FamTech Solutions, and is joining me right here in the studio. It's great to have you.
Hi.
Welcome.
Nice to be here.
Yeah. So I remember 2016, 2017 in the crypto world. It was all about traders trying to get 1,000x, 10,000% profit. Trading some of these cryptocurrencies. Fast forward to today, we're seeing headlines like JP Morgan and Coinbase partnering to link bank and crypto. So we're seeing TradFi, that's traditional finance, and crypto having that handshake, at this point. Do you see this coming?
Okay, so thing is, traditional banking system are trying to integrate or adopt cryptocurrency and blockchain into their system now. And we've seen a lot of banking system in the United States, in the United Kingdom. For example, Revolut Bank, Halifax Bank, the ones that I know that I make use of, they have already integrated blockchain into their bank, to their financial system. So yeah, it is something that it is a good one that the developed countries have adopted it and integration already. But here in Nigeria, we are still having issues about integrating blockchain into our financial banking system. Imagine, for example, you want to buy cryptocurrency now, and then you go to our first bank here in Nigeria or whichever bank, and then you can be able to easily convert your fiat, for example, in Naira, back to maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum or what have you. So
it's quite interesting because if you look at the P2P platforms, most of the time you see instructions there when traders are trying to trade, P2P in most of those platforms. They say, please don't write anything about cryptocurrency in the narration. If you write anything about cryptocurrency, your bank account will get blocked. That's where we are.
Yeah, that's as a result of the restrictions and the restricted rules and the limitations that the Nigerian system, the policies, have put into integration of blockchain into to the Nigerian financial bank system. Of course, if the policies have been eased in such a way that, okay, you financial banks, traditional banks, for example, all of the banks we have in Nigeria, UBA, First Bank, and the rest of them, you guys can now be able to integrate seamlessly blockchain into your banking system. It's going to be easier, then we would not even have to go via the P2P system, which, of course, Nigeria has the highest rate in P2P system globally because of the differences in the variation in Nigeria, the naira to dollar. For example, the rate naira is given to you in dollars now. In the next 1 hour, you're saying a different rate. So yeah, that's really a big problem in Nigeria as we speak. But hopefully there will be policies that are going to make seamless integration of blockchain into our financial.
Right. Now we see the Securities and Exchange Commission here. They've classified, cryptocurrency, digital assets as securities.
Yeah. They did that, but there are still a lot of pros and cons, a lot of things that needs to be. For example, they would say you need to get a license, and if for example a startup now wants to do stuff like that, they need to get about I think about 50 million naira or something before they can be able to. Now imagine startups that are just getting maybe like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 before they could start their business. Where would you want them to get such money? So the SEC already, just like you said, the SEC has already said, okay, you guys, they have classified cryptocurrency as a security, but they have not put ease on how people can be able to go about it, especially startups.
Right, startups, startups.
Money, of course, they need money to do a lot of things.
So they don't have that much.
Yeah, right.
All right, so let's look at the Fed now. We have that decision. It's a hold at this time. I'm sure Trump is not happy right now. But regardless of interest rates not being cut, we've seen new highs for Bitcoin and most of these cryptocurrencies. I don't think Bitcoin needs a cut at this point. What do you think?
Well, I think it was 2 days ago. Just yesterday, when Trump was calling for Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, to step down because he really wanted him to cut the interest rate down a bit. And the interest rates, I think for the past 5 meetings that I have had now since November 2024 up to date, the rate has not changed. It has been between 4.25% to 4.50% ever since then, and Trump is really mad at that, And I think the Fed chairman is making a slow move. They are saying that their target is 2% inflation rate, and since they are yet to meet that target rate of 2%, they are making a slow move to make sure that they do not, cut the rate as we speak. So now going to your question where you said that, for example, as you can see, you see Bitcoin now and other cryptocurrencies since that yesterday have had about 2-3% downtrend. We've been seeing red candles,
and I drop and it recovered almost immediately.
Yeah. I think it was just few hours down. Even myself, I had to, I had some kind of panic. But then, since I've been in this game for a long time, so I would have to do that. So because of the decision of the Fed yesterday, a lot of people was thinking that they are going to cut down the rates actually, because obviously if they do that, a lot of investors are still going to come into the crypto space. Startup venture capitals are going to be encouraged to invest more into startups. And also Nigeria probably would be able to, have access to borrow as we borrow more funds from, other countries. So those are some of the benefits that we would have benefited. Those are one of the benefits that we would have had. Yeah, if it had been cut, right? So now, and I think since they didn't cut it, the market had a little bit of, it shook, the market was, it kind of shaking, but then people had to FOMO back in and then be like, okay, let's still wait for what is going to be the decision of the Fed in the next meeting. Obviously,
and I can imagine
a few months time.
The longs that got liquidated.
It was 200 and yesterday, in just like 1 hour after the meeting was held, $220 million was liquidated from the crypto market in just 60 minutes.
Wow.
So I think after then, a lot of people still keep once a lot of money is being liquidated at that time, some investors are looking at it, they want to jump into the market because they want to take profits. Of course, they know that we are in the bull run, so anything can happen. It could just come up in the blink of an eye. Yeah, right.
At this time. Thank you so much. Luckily, Formula, as a founder of Hamtech Solutions, great having your perspective today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, cheers.